Hi guys, my name is Shelby and I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist working with Project Healthy Community. And today I wanted to share with you guys some tips on what to look for when evaluating a nutrition fact label. So when we're looking at a nutrition fact label, there are many just food and drink options available to us, especially when we are in grocery stores, convenience stores, etc. And because of this, the FDA requires that it must have a food label. However, there are many different languages and words that are on these food labels. So we need to make sure that we can differentiate between what means what and look at different claims and understand what that actually means. Because it may mean one thing and we are understanding it as something completely different. So these labels can range in color, font size, and down to what it actually requires based on the FDA. 'Cause the FDA does have specific requirements for all our food labels. So these food labels are important because they tell us what the product is itself before we are purchasing it, right? So it allows us to make those accurate assumptions based on what we see. And then we, as the consumer, like yourself, can make the decision to look at what's best for you. What are you ingesting and why? Why this food label is so important for me is that it allows me to understand, is this food going to give me everything I need for a day? So it really does do the detective work in some ways for us. So when we're looking at our food label, the first thing you want to look at and start with is flipping the package over and looking at the serving size, which is at the top, at the very top of the nutrition fact label. And this reflects the amount a person should eat or drink in said package that you are looking at. Then you want to look at the total calories of the container. So this is useful if you're limiting your calories, so you know how many calories are consumed in this one serving size of the package, right? So if you are consuming the entire thing, then it'll tell you you would take that calories and then multiply it by how many servings are in that package for the entire thing. Next, you want to look at the amount of saturated fat in the package. So this you want to be as low as possible. So you want it to be less than 5 if the daily value is ideal. And you want to eliminate trans fats and other fats as much as possible because, of course, that is not necessarily going to be as heart healthy for you. Now, the daily value is often bolded on the far right of the label, like this picture here. You then want to also look at added sugar. So you want to choose foods again with the least amount of this, so 5% or less, okay? And this is actually a new addition you'll see in this picture. So they didn't always have added sugar, they just started to put that on food labels. They also have sodium, so make sure you want to look at the sodium. Now, finally, looking at all these nutrients like fiber and iron and vitamin D and calcium, these you want to be higher. You want to be over 5%. And this just means that it's a good source of those nutrients, which is a good thing. Now, remember, everything on a nutrition fact label is out of 2,000 calorie diet. So if you are only consuming 1,500 calories a day, then the percentages will likely be higher. So for foods like saturated fats and added sugar and salt, you want those percentages to be lower, so less than 5%. And those that are vitamin D rich, calcium, fiber, iron, you want them to be over 5%. Okay, so I hope these tips were helpful for you guys as you continue to read your food labels, and I will see you guys next time as we do a quick PHC Nutrition Minute.